It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up. Welcome. You're listening to Bucked Up with Sam Buck.
Fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you have fucked up.
All right, are we good?
We are good. I'm gonna play the intro.
We don't need to play the intro. No, we're all good.
Good to go, man.
Man, thank you guys for coming on. New Vegas Film Cinematic. Man,
Appreciate you having us, man.
this is awesome. I've been a real fan of your shit. We were talking about this before, but I saw you, I mean, your photographs are everywhere. If you listen to any, Griselda affiliated, any of that, really any style you were doing, smoked, you know your artwork, your photography. And, but I got into your shit with UFO Feeve, your music videos with him.
Yeah.
Shout out.
It's my guy, man. Feeve, man. He lives a life, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great. So I guess, what was your first music video that you shot?
My first music video that I shot.
Yeah.
For my homies and shit. Yeah. That's how I really got started with it. Shooting for my homies and their music and shit like that. But as far as the first dope music video that I shot,
Yeah.
Some established shit. Shit, man. I don't know. I'm trying to think right now.
I went all the way back in your Instagram.
Holy
Your
shit,
first
bro.
post was 2018.
Well, Oh, no,
2018.
it was before then, but I cleaned up my Instagram.
Oh,
But,
okay. All right.
But shit.
All right. When did you get into it? When did you start? When did you get into photography, I guess?
Probably 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago.
That's pretty recent.
Yeah.
That's like,
pretty recent.
He got pulled into a tidal wave.
yeah.
So, as you guys may know, my homie Thousand Words.
Shout out 1,000 Words.
The legend. Met him working at Sticky's in the city. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
No.
It's a chicken finger spot.
Okay.
I was shooting videos for them originally. And we kind of met and hit it off. And he was like, "Yo, you fuck with hip hop?" He's from the Bronx. He's real straightforward. He's like, "Yo, you fuck with hip hop, man? You want to shoot some shit?" I'm just like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's go to this Bodega Bam shit this weekend." It was a wrestling pay-per-view shit. The performance he did. That was really the start of it. Just straight hip hop. Cause my drone my page was like a creative page, like a drone page. I was doing mad little things to try and get noticed and shit on Instagram. And I'm like, nah, I fuck with hip hop the most. So it's like, let me just do that, regardless if people fuck with it or not.
You have a very unique style. It's now. You didn't have that at the beginning. In the beginning.
Maybe I did, but now I have that shit that I do.
Yeah.
The stop motion and shit. So
Yeah, the
that's
stop motion
that's
shit.
the uniqueness, but yeah, I guess that's it now. But
Very old school film. Even your music videos are very film oriented, old school.
You know what, man? I appreciate you noticing that, 'cause that's what I do it for.
But that's your style. That's what makes it so great. For real, you do have some of my favorite music videos.
Damn, that's crazy. Which one's your favorite though? What would you say?
The one with Jay Worthy and Larry June.
I just did the drone scenes on that.
Damn.
I just did the drone scenes on that, bro.
I just love that. I love the one that you did with Nems and UFO.
Oh yeah, that's all me. Yep.
Yep.
Shout out to the guys. Shout out to Nems. Fuck your life.
I like the 222.
Epic.
222.
Oh yeah, Brad Piff, G4. Those
Yeah.
are my guys, man. Yeah.
That one's
was just
amazing.
organic shit too,
Yeah.
in the hood, chilling, drinking rich
Really?
on the street, smoking. Yo, let's shoot this video.
I guess we're on.
But that's the best shit though, the organic shit. A lot of people say that to me. They like certain videos that I might have not thought would have hit this. You know what I mean? Because it's just organic shit.
Did you start off in drone?
GoPro and drone. I was shooting my homies' videos with GoPro and documenting shit. I probably still have some shit that I could pull together. But just random shit, man. Just testing shit out. crazy.
Well, you have a very unique style too, and I guess we were talking about this beforehand. But how did you guys meet? Because you guys,
I was doing Sticky's catering, so we were in the same business, you know. So we were all running around together.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
But we didn't know, like, I didn't know him because I wasn't part of that content yet.
Mhm.
And then I met him through Thousand Words, and then that's how we ended up. Like, I can't quite put my finger on where we first met, man. It's not ASAP Foundation.
Nah,
It was before that,
definitely
right?
wasn't that. Nah.
Maybe at a show or something.
Probably at one of these shows. Probably just chilling after Sticky, smoking.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
what?
just-
So Stickies, it's just a chicken finger place, but
they're a huge chain in the city. They're in Jersey now, Philly. Like,
but
They're
there's so
official,
much
but they're
rap,
tapped-
so
they're
much
tapped into
rap
hip-hop.
came out.
Yo,
Yeah.
they're tapped in. Yeah, 'cause Shaq West performed there. Like, I started working there, right? A week later, I filmed Shaq West in there performing.
Yeah, your first.
So that's really the first like thing that was like, oh shit, right?
It was
So,
Travis Scott. You took your
Trav
first like
was
Travis
there,
Scott
yeah,
and Sheck
yeah,
West. I
yeah.
saw those pictures.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Still got mad footage of that shit. Like, you know, one day that'll be like out there, kind of. It's kind of out there now, but like it'll be out there on a different level of shit. Like, you know, like for our documentary and shit. Like
Are you guys filming something?
every day type shit. It's not
Yeah.
even like a set thing. It's just like,
it's not
you know,
it's not a necessary like target,
Yeah.
but we're just shooting.
We
like,
we're gonna pull shit together one day.
That's how
Phone footage,
yeah.
camera footage, anything. You know
I
what mean?
brought my friend Shamil Kumar, shout out to Buffalo for the Buffalo Kids opening,
yeah.
and he just had a GoPro and he filmed moments
yeah,
like
Sure, it was epic.
those moments are gonna be amazing. Like
All of that
it's
is
gonna be
legendary. That
crazy
whole
looking
event
back,
was
cause like
insanity.
you guys were there.
He
That
was on
was
the
a
line, right?
yeah.
That's probably fire. to
Yeah,
have- to have
in
all
the
that,
line.
like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Just
Like,
me, and I've met Wes. I know Conway. Like, but just the video of me like walking up and saying "Hey" in the store, like Kid
Beautiful.
Super. Just seeing that shit, it's gonna be cool
Yeah.
later.
Oh, man, that's epic. Yeah.
Cause that weekend was historic. Like
Yeah.
that's a weekend that's gonna be looked back on in rap history.
Mhm. Absolutely.
You guys were part of that shit though. Like you guys are in it.
Documented the whole thing. Pulled up.
We went there.
We got
went
there a
there
whole
on a
week
whim,
early.
man. We went there on a whim, man. We almost didn't make it there. We had a snowstorm in Syracuse.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit was crazy, bro.
Pushing the car and all that.
Shit was like,
What happened?
It was
crazy.
scary. It
Wait,
was-
no, you gotta tell me this story.
Yeah, we were
So-
passing by a lake, you know, when the gusts start hitting, and it was just pushing the car. And who was? I don't even remember who was.
I
driving. It
actually
doesn't even
woke up.
matter.
I was driving the whole way there, and then I switched off because I was a little tired. I woke up and like the car was like shaking and shit, and like yeah,
Smoke a
it was,
rubber?
it was
No, I'm
crazy.
on.
That shit was crazy, man. Like it was, and like we couldn't even see the road and shit. We had to like kind of slow down, like we couldn't see nothing.
And you made it.
Yeah, like we
Just
we
in
got
the
through
nick
it,
of
bro. It
time.
was just in Syracuse. Though. It was weird, man. Like,
That was
like near the farms and shit. It was weird.
Really?
Yeah, it felt like.
So it was in the mountains,
like a
so
movie,
it's not
bro.
only where we like swerving, we're going uphill. So it's like ah shit, we don't see nothing. Then it's like all of a sudden the trains, not train, excuse me.
a blunt was lit, probably. So I think the
yeah,
L was
probably.
like the whole time.
you have
we-
to be
we-
smoking. I don't care if it's
truck.
the worst rain, snow. I need to be smoking when I'm driving. I can't.
Yeah, yo, there was
Smoke
so
when you go
much-
to the grocery
the
store.
weed
whatever.
basically
yeah.
just- You might as well just have thrown it next to the air conditioner. It was just
That was you had to make it for that weekend though, because
Yeah, yeah.
like there were so many people there, but that was like
definitely.
a legendary. So how did you? We were talking right before we started. Ani stopped us. How did you guys like find out about Griselda? I guess like
Shit, man. Oh man.
You remember the
just-
first
it's just in
project
general,
you
like,
hear?
Just
Yeah.
the shady shit, like just Conway and West getting signed, and then seeing them on like the stations and shit, freestyling.
That was your
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
introduction?
like my homie, kind of like this is like Long Island. Like my homie put me on to him.
I found out about him, like you said, through Action Bronson.
Yeah.
Action Bronson and him had done, and Wes had done
Dudley Boys, great
and then
song.
After that, he dropped a song with Danny. I'm like, hold on, you can't do that to me. I gotta see who this man is. I started tapping into his work immediately. I see him dropping Fly God and everything. Yo, man, it's really been history from there. And
Yeah.
seeing the Steroids tour, going to the first West Side show over here in Webster Hall. Oh man, seeing Prodigy perform there and all that.
Oh, Prodigy's ones I never got to see perform, and like that it fucking sucked.
That might have been my first and last time. I'm not even sure if I saw them when I was.
Well, I don't think you're gonna see him again.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously. I mean,
no, I remember hearing Reject 2 from Conway. And I'll be honest about it. I won't lie. I heard West on that album and I didn't get it at first.
Yeah.
And then I heard Dudley Boys and I was like, okay, I get it. I get it. But that sound has been around for a long time, but it is different. Like it is. That's why I wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, sure,
Is
yeah,
like
sure.
this. It's created a renaissance in art that's not just music. It's you look at like Squat Dead Face out of fucking Australia,
My guy,
or you
shout out
got
Squat.
Seppington, or you got Kip in Worcester, or you got like you
Tony
got
Caves, man.
Tony
Tony
Caves. You got
Tony's
it's
going crazy.
there's
Yeah, Tony. Man.
He's ill.
Yeah, I think yeah. a lot
Noah
of those
Lee
dudes,
out
man.
17-year-old kid out of England,
He
like
put me onto that. That's huge. Yeah, shout out to him.
Tony, Lord NMF, man. You know,
Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes. It's crazy. We
1,000 words,
Yeah,
fucking
Yeah, of course.
that goes without saying.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of people look at it like the new Renaissance, man. You know what I mean?
Ye-
Like the whole shit, the music, the art, like it's crazy, man.
When did you realize it was
Photos,
like
everything.
a renaissance?
I don't even know. Bro.
Honestly, what put it into perspective for me was A. Rashid, shout out to him, on the outro to Fly God when he was talking about music. And I didn't think of it that way. And speaking of the new renaissance, and I always paid attention to the new music and when it was finally going to come to the forefront. So when I saw Wes pushing, and well, obviously everybody else behind with the you got your Aldavinos, your Uncle Johns, your Rome Streets, and the
Shout
list
out
goes
Uncle
on,
John.
shout out to all of them. You know,
Yeah.
and I just saw the whole culture push happening, and I'm like, wow, like people want to hear this again. It's not just me anymore, because I used to be the kid that, don't let him be on the aux cord, because I would be the guy playing the underground shit, but they want to listen to, no disrespect, but they would rather listen to like Pop Smoke, or they would rather listen to Lil Baby or something like that.
And I love
have-
that shit.
yeah,
like
that's
I love
cool.
Lil Uzi. Like
Absolutely.
I fucking
For me,
I fuck with that
it's
shit.
more so the
Hell yeah.
setting. Yeah. And I would just be like, listen to this real
Yeah.
quick. Maybe we don't have to listen to the club 24/7.
What'd you guys grow up listening to? Like what was your
First rapper I ever heard was Mace. Like my older cousin put me on to like the Harlem World album.
Yeah, how old were you at
Sweet.
that time?
Fuck, when did he come out with that shit? I was probably like 7, or probably 6
Young,
or 7.
yeah.
Like mad young.
Mhm.
Yeah, like young. Maybe a little older, maybe like 8, 9.
Mhm. But
around
still
that.
young.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But yeah, like Mace, like that whole era, like the Bad Boy era, like obviously Biggie, and then like I gravitated towards like Tupac, and Ice Cube's one of my favorite rappers. Actually.
Ice Cube was literally the
Yeah.
first rapper I like knew. Like The
Yeah.
Predator
Crazy,
by
yeah.
Ice Cube. I
Ice
knew
Cube's one of
every
my
word to
favorite
that
rappers,
album when I was
yeah.
6 years old. Like my dad would just play it constantly.
Word.
Like
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah,
for
shout out
putting
to
you
him
on
for
early.
that,
Word.
yeah.
I was listening to like Busta Rhymes and Eminem and stuff like that. That was coming on the radio.
Busta Rhymes has never looked back on with the. He's one of the greatest, but people don't look
Absolutely.
at him like that.
Not at all. And
Busta
I
Rhymes
think
definitely great,
it's
man.
because he's still active. I feel, and I don't know. It's like not even. I don't know what it is, but Busta's definitely up there for me. But people wouldn't really give him that. I don't even know who people is.
Yeah, no, but they're yeah, I get that. So young, just
Young,
Mhm.
yeah, like Mace and all that shit.
and did you want to do photography in rap like young or at all, or was that came later?
Nah, it was never a thing until 4 years ago. For me, I was always like, in the studio with the homies and shit,
But you were in the
my
world.
Homies, my homies make music and shit. Shout out Globetrotter.
What were
it's
you
not-
doing? You said your Instagram presence was just like, but what were you doing? Like, were you doing anything creative, or were you?
A little bit, yeah. I was making music here and there and shit, and then
Produce or rap?
both, a little bit of both. More like making music though, like rapping and shit.
Mhm.
But it's about playing roles in the shit. So you gotta like find your niche in the game. So sometimes you gotta pick up a camera and take that side of it. 'Cause
Yeah.
nobody was doing that for us, so it was like I had to put that together.
I feel like videos and the director, like it is with the Renaissance. Like everybody's starting to get their shine more. Like the artists,
The
do you?
producers,
I
the
guess do you
engineers,
feel that way on the other side of it?
Hell yeah, the artists that we fuck with, man, they tag
Yeah,
us and
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like all that, like they do give us our flowers, so to speak. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I don't know how it is for other photographers, but I know like for me, him, and Thousand, like they speak highly of us because we respect them, they respect us, bro, and that's just how it goes.
Absolutely.
Who was the first like big artist that gave you guys a chance?
For me personally, Smoke Dizza, man. Shout out my
Shout
guy, Smoke
out,
Dizza,
shout
man.
out.
I was it's funny story, man. I was like chilling. I was chilling in bed one night, like kind of calling it a night, random. I was about to, just knock out. I get a call from a random number. It's Dizza.
Did you know him before that?
Like, yeah, no, we like kind of
Okay,
know each
yeah,
other,
yeah.
like seen, you know what I mean? Like I've shot pictures of him and shit like that.
Mhm.
And he's like, "Yo, what are you doing right now? Let's shoot this video." Me and Benny, by any means, like, I'm like,
That's one of my favorites too.
so pull up. We shot the video and like, boom, you know what I mean? It came out like months later, but like, yeah, bro, like that was the first like, real thing type shit. Yeah.
Working with Griselda, like working with
Oh,
Benny
yeah,
too.
and then,
that's the first, like,
That goes without saying. Like we've been to like so many Griselda shows and
yeah.
shit like that too. Like, but like music video wise, yeah, Dizza, man, Dizza gave me a chance. Bams too originally.
My first opportunity to like shoot for like the hip hop thing was I started taking pictures of just like homies smoking, chilling in the backyard, hanging out, because I was always on Tumblr and just looking at like aesthetic pictures and looking. I'm like, what, people in LA do this? Why don't people do this in New York? So I just embraced it and I picked up a camera. Shout out to my homie Taj, he gave it to me. And fast forward, I started hanging out with one of my homies, Suge. He was like the guy. Like everybody just knew him. So I go to his barbershop. He puts me on to one of his best friends, which is Slim. Shout out to Slim. And then Slim gives me an opportunity by telling me to go to this event called Lit Fest in Brooklyn, maybe like 2015 or 14. I'm not really sure. And there was maybe like 50, 60 people on the card. A ridiculous number. So I guess that day kind of just put me on the, like, everybody there that I covered the whole show. So anybody who I took pictures of that day you had Smoke Dizza, you had Triple Black from Bruiser Brigade, you had Dave East was even, I think, supposed to perform at that day. There was
Everyone,
the list
yeah.
goes on, yeah. So that was kind of like my first put on to this, and I was already going to shows that I enjoyed myself personally, and I was trying to get like just shots from the side in the concert and stuff like that.
I was a big concert guy, and we were talking about Sheck West and Travis. Like, I like all.
Been to, like Astroworld shit.
Yeah, like, are we gonna be like? I
trying to go to
really love like Al Faro. I love Days Before Rodeo. Like that, Days Before Rodeo is probably one of my favorite. Like,
Yeah.
I like early Travis a lot.
Me too. Yeah.
And Astroworld is good.
I fuck with,
It is good, but I like
shit's crazy. Though.
yeah,
That's
like
what
I also I like like I really am fucking with the Flint and Detroit scene right now, like Rio and YNJ and BFB to Pac-Man, Crispy Life Kid. Like I love a lot of Atlanta shit.
Yo, I don't know any of those people.
Really?
I don't know. Yo, all those people. that you
Coochie
mentioned,
Man?
I don't know any of those people, dog. I swear. I don't know. Any
I
of
don't
them.
know if you'd fuck with it, but it's like have you
Maybe
ever
I
I
might. I don't
Swear Vezo? Have you ever heard of him? It's all out of Detroit and Flint. It's a whole new style. Lil Yachty just put out a new album called Michigan Boy Boat. It's not a great album, but all the features kill it because he just put on all
got
these
those dudes,
like
yeah.
rappers from.
Yeah.
I might fuck with it.
I like that people are putting each other on now. That's what I like about the Griselda thing. I think that's why it's a renaissance, actually, is because they're so willing to just help.
Yeah.
Like, I remember meeting Conway outside of a show once, and I told him I was a stand-up. He was like, really? Like, I love stand-up. And then it turns out he was at the Comedy Store the first time I ever did stand-up. And we just talked, smoked blunts about comedy, and it was just like, ever since that, I was like so well... And like when I met Wes at the store, it's like they always put people on. It's
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
like like trying to put everyone on.
Yeah, we went to
is-
Buffalo. It was love, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere we went, it was just love. Like everybody that we chilled with, like.
Yeah, I'm so stoned. I want to get back to the Buffalo Kids
Yeah.
store. So you you had that crazy storm. You get there.
Oh yeah, we get there and shit, and like we were chilling for a few days in the Airbnb, just chilling, smoking. Like,
Yeah.
You know, we linked with AA Rashid,
Yeah, we went.
Shout, he's the
early,
he's the
yeah,
dope.
Rashid,
He's the
He
dopest.
took us
Yeah.
around. He actually took us around like he was from Buffalo. He showed us around like all these.
I couldn't believe he
stores.
has only been to Buffalo not
Dude,
that
like,
many times. Like
he knows the spots. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
the
yeah.
spots because
yeah.
he put us on it
Yeah.
in good faith, like
Uh-huh.
like because these are gems. So, if you're
I'm
into-
going next week, so you better tell me when
Chase
we're off.
too,
When
shout out
we're
to
Oh
off.
yeah,
Chase,
for sure, man, for sure.
Chase showed us the Jamaican.
Oh
food
yeah,
spot. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Chase, man.
Yeah,
Shout out
to
fucking.
Chase. Yeah, he
Shout
was
out
the
Billy
captain,
Esco,
too.
man. Fucking
Yeah, shout out.
Word.
Did you guys
that
go?
Caribbean experience place is bananas.
Caribbean. I went to
Wow, that
Dr.
shit was
Bird's.
Yeah, how was that?
That was great.
Yeah,
That was great.
Yeah.
I clip went. The most views I had when it was just me eating Dr. Bird's listening, just
Crazy.
white as shit, just so white eating Dr.
Nah,
Bird's.
man. That's epic,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
That's
word.
epic, bro. But yo,
That's a
man,
good clip to
like,
go
yeah,
viral.
Buffalo was love, bro.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, that
All
was.
around- all around was love.
I couldn't believe. I knew it was gonna be packed, but I couldn't believe how many people were actually there.
Oh, dude.
I
that
went
shit
to the
was-
bathroom and I was just like, all right, it should probably the line should end at some point. Just kept going.
It just kept going.
It's like that, like every day.
I
man.
so-
Yeah, every day that they launch something.
Yeah,
I
every time
met
drop
everyone like after. Like I didn't. So I waited in line. I got there early, and I still waited 10 hours in line.
What did you do the whole? Like you were there for a week.
Yeah.
What were you doing? Like what were you?
I
doing?
was interviewing people. I went up to
Okay,
Niagara
word.
Falls for a day. I shout out Struggle Mike. I had like
word.
Go to Mars on the podcast and just
Struggle Mike. Yeah, that's a cool.
he's
fucking
helped
dude.
me. He's just been such a he was one of my first guests on this podcast. Like
Really?
in the shout out Body Bag Ben. Shout out. He actually has a new project coming out with Ricky Hyde.
Oh, fuck.
Rick Hyde coming out like next week or something. But he introduced me to Struggle Mike, and then from there,
Yeah, Struggle Mike, man. We pulled up on him. He showed us love. He fucking
Yeah,
took us
definitely.
where the broken
band.
bottles video was shot,
Yeah.
like in the car.
yeah, because he's a big
Yo,
the
it was
car.
crazy, man. Shit was cool. It was cool to see
Mhm.
that shit. Shout out Struggle Mike, man. Showed us
Word.
super duper love, man.
Do you?
For real.
I mean, you guys know the way you talk. Like, you know that this is like the creating of the documentary. Like, this is like a historic moment in music.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, insane.
When did you realize that?
Very early on, when we were going on the shows originally,
Yeah.
it was it was crazy. As you probably saw it too. The shows
Yeah.
were crazy.
What was the
right?
first show you saw of them?
The first show that I went to was
Yeah.
at Knitting Factory. It was a Conway show.
Conway
And then,
puts on the
Benny,
crazy.
Benny,
Yeah.
Benny was like performing, and then like Wes pulled up late and then popped out, started performing. Like that's
My
when you
first-
kind of like But they were like him and Thousand were going mad.
We went to Webster Hall. That was my first show of theirs. Oh man, did you go to Webster Hall?
I didn't know because I'm so I go out to the mass shows.
Okay.
Like
gotcha,
like
gotcha.
Middle East and shit, Paradise. Yeah, Middle East was because that's such a. Have you been to the Middle East?
Mm-mm.
No, I have not.
It's
that's
this
from-
tiny little club in Boston.
Mm.
Tiny. I mean, it probably holds 200 people max.
Shit.
See,
Yeah,
ya.
shit like that in New York. There's so much shit like Drum kind of.
Yeah.
Drum's tiny.
Yeah, Drum's kind of small.
I let.
Tiny, but
But
Like that-
Conway
like
put
the-
on the seeing Conway perform live, like it's I mean, just knowing what he went through, like he really he goes
Crazy.
through when he's performing, and it shows.
hmm
I saw him open up for Freddie Gibbs, and that was a great show.
Where
I can
was that?
imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. Freddie Gibbs.
was on your side?
Freddie Gibbs is super dope.
Yeah, what?
that was on your side.
Yeah,
Over
yeah,
there?
in Boston
Man,
it
that
was,
must have been
and
dope
Flea
too.
Lord, shout out Flea.
Word, hell yeah.
Great show though, cause I love Freddie.
Freddie.
I've all like,
One of the best, if you ask me.
yeah.
Beginning, man.
Who's your favorite artist that you've shot for?
Sheesh. Currency.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, Currency. Cause just basically because I grew up listening to him. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like we were in it, like on L Rise, like listening to Currency.
Shout out
So-
J-Mo.
Shout out J. Yeah,
Like-
real though. J-Mo is the man for putting that together.
Yeah, that
J-Mo Spitter, like
That's
kinda-
crazy.
That's wild.
everyone go listen to Grateful Dead and watch the music video
Mhm.
because
Like,
that's
J-Mo for doing that is like a tastemaker for doing that. That's kind of crazy.
yeah.
He put those two like dudes together, like that's fire. And it came out insane. So.
All the pictures from that weekend were crazy. That music video is crazy. But shout out. That was I want to. So Currency's your favorite that you've shot for? Is that the first time you met him?
Yeah. First time I met him was in New Orleans.
Okay.
So I guess that's
That's
the
like
best place to meet
that.
him.
Yeah, that's history right there.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. So we pulled up to his like hobby shop and shit. Like they were like playing with his cars and like placing bets and shit. Like that shit was crazy.
How is his
That's
car
amazing.
collection?
His car, like
What-
his like small like
The
small
cars that you saw?
Oh, crazy, bro, crazy. Like he basically got like the same cars he has in real life as his Matchbox car. Like he's living the dream. Man.
Living the dream.
Like that's the best rapper life to live, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Currency, man.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
How about you?
I've been thinking about it this whole time you asked, and I can't even like pinpoint. Maybe Styles P, honestly.
That's a good one.
Maybe Styles P. That was real early on.
The first time I wanted to see Griselda was when they were opening up for Lux.
Mm.
Damn.
And I was in school during the time, and I had a performance that night,
Mhm.
and I couldn't go, and I missed it, and I regret that. That was 2016, maybe. I
You couldn't go to
regret
that
that
show?
decision so much to that day to see
So-
Griselda. Like that would have
so
been a
what's the
legendary.
show that is that the one that you regret the most? Out of all the
Missing?
shows that you missed?
Missing, yeah, that's one I regret missing the most. I was supposed to see Fredo Santana and Chief Keef right before Fredo died, and that right after he died, and I missed that show. That's one that, rest in peace.
Definitely.
That was a show that.
Any shows that you missed?
Any shows that I missed? Off top, I can't really think of any, man. Nah, I can't really think of any right now. But I'm sure there's moments that I've missed. Not necessarily shows.
Yeah.
Staples, Mac Miller one over here.
I got to see Mac Miller in literally a cafeteria of a state college before Blue Slide Park. Like my mom had to go to the show because I was too young. I was probably 13 to go to the show. For real,
Yeah, that's dope.
that was the legendary shots we were talking. The Action Bronson ones.
Crazy.
That was
Yeah, those are super fire, man.
that
Shout
was
out Action Bronson, yeah.
and shout out him for losing weight over quarantine.
Word.
That was.
Yeah, he inspired me.
Yeah, I lost 60 pounds over quarantine, and he
Yeah?
inspired me
Shout out to
That's
heavy.
great, man.
Yeah,
Good for you, man. That's what's up. I need to do the same, bro. For real.
Word.
it's tough. It's tough, especially
yeah.
with the world opening back up
Yeah.
now. Like,
You just want to go back outside.
yeah,
That's
because
it.
I'm a stand-up, so I perform most nights, and that means I'm out at restaurants most nights. So it's
Mhm.
like I'm always wanting to, especially if I have a good set. Like I want to celebrate that shit with
Yeah.
like,
Not a salad.
you know what I mean? Like I want to celebrate that shit with
Really.
good food. Like you guys feel that you were able to really like create something over quarantine. Like you like over this past
Pretty
year
much,
you
yeah.
got, I don't want to speak for you, but a lot of publicity.
Definitely, yeah.
And
I
that's
could say
not
that.
what a lot of people did. You know, they either
Nah.
stayed inside for a whole year and did shit and they're
We-
going to come
yeah,
back
we
or
worked, man.
Yeah.
We were outside, man.
Definitely.
you have to adapt to
Definitely
the
outside.
situation you're in. I started this podcast fucking less than a year ago. Like
Wonderful.
during quarantine, you have to adapt to
Okay.
the
Shout out to you,
situation.
man.
Yeah,
Shout out to
man.
you, my bro.
Man,
Worst
thank you very
consistency,
much.
bro.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
That's what you should have been doing.
When
So-
quarantine when it hit, was it like I'm gonna go or was there like a wait time?
Nah, there was a wait time. There was
Yeah.
for everybody though. It wasn't like
Yeah,
nobody was working. So it was
yeah,
like,
the first couple months. Yeah,
nobody knew nobody knew what to do. Like it was like a weird like moment for like a few months. So then after that, like I had to get out. Like people were trying to shoot and stuff. Pounds wanted me to come to DC with him to shoot with him out there, like in the studio for like some documentary piece and shit. We had to do it. you
Yeah.
know? Like plain and simple.
Were you doing the film? I don't even know how to describe your stop. You know what I mean?
Stop motion.
Stop
You could say
motion.
that. Yeah, you could say that.
Were you doing the stop motion before that?
I was doing it around that time, but it wasn't like how it is now. Like, if you look back, you could find some like weird ones. There's some funny ones, man. Like different.
What was the first one you did? Stop motion one.
Probably one of Pounds, bro. Off top, I probably one of him.
What made you do that?
I don't know. It's just something I kind of just like picked up. You know, I was just like, let me just.
I mean,
like it kind of just like I was just like testing shit out, really. So
yeah.
And I kind of just came up with my own formula, you know.
It's like you know what it is.
Because I don't want to act like I necessarily created that style. Like
yeah.
Because stop motion is, you know, there's tons of people doing that. Shout out to all the like creative motherfuckers doing that shit, because people doing some shit.
No, but yours is like
it's like some ones going like people like going and crazy. Like Will Smith had a crazy one.
Yeah.
Like he was like standing on some bridge in Paris, like, and like the shit he kept changing outfits and some shit. It was crazy.
But you're doing it just in this, not just in this scene, but it is like a very specific.
Yeah.
Like you have a
I'm the one,
very.
though, in the scene, though,
yeah.
For sure. Like
you have a very specific style too.
Yeah.
The like.
I do the black and white portrait.
Yeah. I hate. You know what I mean? It's like when someone just tries to describe like my comedy to me. You know what I mean? I feel like it can never be right. But you know, you have a very specific style.
Yeah, definitely.
Were you doing that beforehand?
Nah, I think my approach to it kind of adjusted when I started doing fashion photography, and I started to look at. I had to notice more details and notice more sharpness, and then eventually I was like, you know what, this works.
Yeah.
Black and white, put them in the bag the game up.
You just find a specific thing and it work. You know, like both.
Yeah.
It's like shout out Kip again, but just the Charlie Brown or 1,000 words. Just the like.
You just find your niche,
and it works.
Yep.
When did you start getting like recognition then?
Probably within the past 6 months, probably, or 4 to 6 months, probably, yeah, something like that.
Was there like a direct moment you realized?
Nah, there's no direct moment, bro. It just gradually just kept going up, bro. Like certain people started posting me, like mad different people were posting me in different states and shit. Like it was like Smoked as a Currency and Larry June posted me in one day.
That's wild. Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like that's Cali, New Orleans, New York. Like, and those are 3 major artists. Like that alone is like that was something. Like that's when you can say I kind of like noticed it. Like.
And it's not about that. It's more about just like the people you want to talk to or work with. You know, like it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's why I guess I word
most
it.
of these people that have all these followers, most of the time they bought them.
Yeah.
Or we're better than them.
For
it
real.
Don't even matter, bro.
Yeah, that's such a bad
but
wording.
I'm not in it to be better than anybody, because I'm not in any competition.
Totally, but it's like
we're not. You know what I mean?
As soon as you get the recognition from the people you like. As soon as you start networking and realizing that people that you respect their work respect your work too,
Yeah,
that's all that matters. It doesn't matter about
we
like
fuck with a
followers.
lot of photographers, man. Like, a lot of video people, you know. But like, you know, we know what's out there.
Yeah.
We know certain types of people. You know, like the follower shit. We don't like we're not into that whole like follower shit. Like, you know.
Yeah. How did you get New Vegas?
Shout out to my boy Ocho. He kind of like, he was kind of just like, yeah, Vegas is a mentality. So I kind of came up with the New Vegas shit. So
yeah.
It's kind of like.
That's it?
Yeah, like.
I was wondering if it was a video game thing.
Nah, because I know there's a game. I know that. I know there's a game. I know there's that game and shit.
Fallout? Yeah.
Nope. No correlation to that, no.
How about you?
Sinematic comes from, you ever heard of Louis Logic?
No.
He's from Demigods. That was like, that self-titled, Apathy, and Louis Logic. That was like 2001. Louis Logic had a project called Sin-A-Matic, and I was just like,
So,
dude.
yeah.
And because aside from this, I have very intimate portraits.
Mhm.
So I was like, this is fitting to that
Yes,
and this
yeah.
aesthetic, and then the cinematic, because I kind of make things make like look like a movie, so it kind of fit into that scene. And yeah.
Do you guys like plan out your shoots now, or do you like it more natural?
Both.
Yeah, I was gonna say that same shit.
Both.
A little both.
Sometimes it just happens, like, Action Bronson shit was real random. Like, we pulled up, like, we just pulled up,
Yeah.
got our content. Shit like that. We love shit like that, just
A lot
pulling
of
up
times
on
we're
shit.
just outside.
Yeah,
and
we're
it's
just
like,
outside, bro.
Mhm.
So let's go bounce
That's
over
it.
here.
Like,
Like, let's go do this.
We're
I
here,
was-
we're there. Like,
Yeah.
We can't wait for shows to come back. I know you can't wait for shows to come back.
No. Who are you most excited? Non-main Griselda. Who are you most excited to go see?
To see perform?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Sheesh. Definitely, like, I want to see Pusha T perform. I want to see cause that's one of my favorite artists. Like, I fuck with Pusha T. I want to see Dom K perform.
Yeah.
I fuck with Dom K.
I wanna
Dom
see
K.
Stove.
That's what I was gonna say.
I
Stove
wanna see
God.
Stove
Yeah.
God, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be quite a show. I saw him once. He performed.
But
once
in the realm of the underground shit, damn, Rock Marcy again. That was a fight. That was the last show we really kind of went to.
Mhm.
The Rock and West. At,
Oh, I wanted to go
Sony
to that
Hall.
show so
Epic
bad.
show.
I wanted
Epic
to go.
show.
Yeah.
Epic.
I saw Rock in action
Yeah, that.
That was a
is-
good show.
Yeah, that show was crazy, bro.
for the White Bronco tour, but
That's great.
yeah, Stove God. I really want to see. It's crazy. The Dom Kennedy has inspired so much music out right now, and he's another one we're talking about, like Busta Rhymes. I feel like isn't going to be looked back on with the
Yeah.
respect that he deserves.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy you saying that because
Mhm.
I fuck with Dom Kennedy, man. He's the man, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
Grew up listening to him too, basically.
yeah,
High
after
too.
school, yeah, fucking,
All that shit, bro. From West Side with Love too.
yeah.
Come on, man. Classic.
Who do you want to film music videos for? Like, are there artists that you really want to work with?
Man, yeah, hell yeah, bro. I want to shoot a video for Kanye West, bro.
That'd be crazy.
Like, if we're keeping it real.
What's your favorite Kanye album? We're going. This is.
Kanye album?
Yeah. And you're gonna leave the interview when you hear my answer. So.
You're gonna say it always. Okay.
Probably College Dropout, or like My Beautiful, you know what I mean? My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of those. I don't, bro. There's too many. Like I can't even really even.
And they're all
I don't
so
even feel
different.
comfortable saying those two because it's like I like a lot of Kanye shit.
Which one do you go back to the most? That's how I
I
say.
go back to songs like certain eras and shit. Like I remember when I heard like slow jams in the car, like when I was like a kid and shit. Like
was
that
the time.
era and that feeling. Like I still remember that like feeling. Like I was in the car, like in Queens. Like not even kidding. Like
No, I remember the day going back to my dad playing
That's
me
a good
music
vibe.
when I was young. He playing "Touch the Sky,"
Mm.
crazy,
and that was just like that changed music. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's one
yeah,
of those
yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
crazy.
How about you?
My favorite College Dropout was pretty good, man.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like that was the first thing I said. Like
They got some bangers.
I go
What's
back.
yours?
Pablo.
Pablo?
I go back to that album so much. I think that's. I mean, I love College Dropout. I love late graduation, late registration.
yeah,
Late registration.
Yeah, I'm like.
So yeah. But no, Pablo.
Yeezus.
I
kind of liked Yeezus.
Jesus. I didn't
Kinda
realize
liked
it was.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
That's like.
I like the idea of the cover too. 'Cause
The-
there
yeah.
was no cover.
Yeah, that was
Like,
cool.
I have the CD too. Like I have
Oh really?
because it was crazy. Like I felt like no cover was.
That's how I feel. How
I
you-
like minimal shit though. I'm a little like I'm into that.
minimalist.
Like, yeah, I like that shit.
That makes sense with your style though.
I fuck with that. Hell yeah. bro.
Even in your music videos, like
100%,
very,
bro.
very the film
Seamless. I try to keep
minimalistic.
it
Yeah,
seamless,
yeah.
effects, like, yeah, I want to like get into that, but not necessarily me like doing that. Like,
Were you
I wanna
into like
outsource people and shit.
old movies or like old
Yeah.
photography growing up? In
Definitely, bro. Charlie Chaplin, shit like that. Low key.
Really?
That shit, I don't know. I always find that shit kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah, like old, like, and then like I found that shit kind of funny, but like the way it was filmed, I liked that though. Like the aesthetic of it, like the graininess of it, and like I always liked that. So
But you didn't think that would like.
I always wanted to use those kind of looks for music videos, so I started doing it.
But you said it was 4 years ago when you started like
Shooting music videos.
So you didn't
yeah.
even realize that influence was going to happen until.
I kind of just did it. Like I didn't even go off anyone's influence. I just went off what I liked.
Yeah.
Like I liked old school aesthetic, so I was like, all right, whenever I shoot music videos for rappers, like I'm gonna use my style. Like they're gonna come to me because they know what they're coming to me for. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people, you know, I curve some people, some not necessarily curve, but like some people come to me with some outlandish video ideas, and it's like, bro, you should kind of know what you're getting into when you come to me.
That's
You know
not
what I
your
mean?
style.
Like,
Yeah.
It's not my style. Like we're not gonna like wrap you in a green suit and like you're gonna jump out of a window. Like maybe one day, but like, come on, dude. Like
I like minimalist too. That's
especially
why.
for $500 or some shit. Bro.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
No.
Like,
Minimalist is the best. That's why. I mean, yes, we're in a very nice studio now, but I don't edit this. I don't. If I fuck up my wording or if there's a lull, I
Yeah.
keep it in there because I want it to be real, just
Yeah.
a chunk of time, like a moment of history. It doesn't need to be edited or like.
this is a dope studio, man. It's a
This
good
is a
spot.
shout out Ani and Irish for the Too Much Content
Word.
studio.
Word, this shit is
Thank you
fire.
guys.
How about you? Were you like into black and white portrait? Like, how did you get that influence?
Black and white portraits I got into when I started researching fashion photography because black and white seemed, and it also saved a lot of pictures that were like in really nasty situations. Because from being outside, you get into a lot of places with horrible lighting. Imagine me taking a picture of you at 12 p.m. Fucked up light in Brooklyn in the middle of the street. It's not gonna look too good with the yellow and the green. So I started making them black and white, aside from the fashion photography influence, and it ended up working out. Now that's my main thing, but now I'm trying to get back into color now.
Do you feel this is for both? Do you feel like shoehorned into a style now?
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I still do a lot. I just
We
don't
could
post it.
accustom to any kind of style. You know, it's sometimes just what people acquire from you. It's
Mhm.
just, you know, this is just the right now, you know. But I can do anything. I shoot music videos, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I do. But
You said Kanye. Like, who else
Yeah.
do you wanna?
oh man. Kanye, Dom K. Oh, we could say
Yeah,
that,
Dom K.
100%.
Are there like you have worked with some of the but are there like artists that I don't know you like you're in contact now that you're going to work with like
Spash. Got a video in the tank with Spash. A few.
he's one he started a scene too like
Yeah, I
Yeah,
try not to say which videos I don't
I-
have out yet, but like
I understand.
Yeah, like Spash. I shot a few videos for him.
yeah.
Me and Feeve got a bunch coming out.
How'd you meet Feeve?
Through 1,000 Words. Yeah, Feeve just pulled up
1,000
on us.
words put together. He's
me
like
and 1,000 met him at the same time though, but yeah, he just pulled up on us, man, and been the homie ever since. You know.
yeah.
Yeah, Feeve is one person that's always gave us our shine. You know, even like on a personal level too. You know what I mean? Like hit you up, like yo, how you doing, fam? Like you know,
Yeah.
not a lot of people do that shit in this shit, bro. Like it's crazy. Like people don't really hit you up to say how you doing and like you know shit like that. Cause
Well, that's how the
everyone's
people
going through some shit.
yeah. People are getting the people who are nice and like want to help others out are the ones who are shining right now. It's not. It was kind of different when I think labels were at play, where you always heard stories about blocking verses or like you couldn't put on certain people, but now that's not
Now
what
like
it's
open
about.
market,
Yeah,
everybody just work with everybody you want to work with.
yeah.
Or at least that's the goal.
Like you guys work with independent artists? Do labels stop you? Like, would labels stop artists from working with you and stuff?
It's never happened yet.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened yet, nah.
Definitely.
I could see that happening, sure, but it hasn't happened yet, nah.
Yeah.
Because we don't really, have business involved with any of these people. We just getting shot. We're documenting, so we might just pull up on you, get a shot, But
Did you think this was going to be like what like
What it is?
yeah, like this is your shit now.
deep down, I always knew, but it was scary at times. Because at one moment there was nothing.
How old are you?
What, like right now?
No, when there was nothing.
Man, 6 months ago, type shit. Like this shit changes so fast. Like this game moves so fast. Like you could be hot now and then tomorrow, shit, someone new. Like like on any level, music, like rapper, photographer, video. Like there's always the next person. Like, but hey, man, like we love this shit though. This shit is cool. This shit is great.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's
We document the game. We love this. We love the rap.
no,
space.
but you have yes, anything can go at any minute, but adapting is like you were talking about over this past year. Like adapting to that is the biggest thing. So it isn't like shit. Something else could happen. Like you prove that you can already adapt in times where others can't, and
sure.
that's something that I think.
We just worked,
Yeah.
as you did too, like you were like, yo, let's do a podcast, and then boom, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what
That's all it is. Like we were just trying to work. So
you do have to have a product to offer, but like you have to be willing to put yourself out there. I think a lot of people are scared to honestly, I DM'd a lot of the people that I've had on my podcast just through DMs.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I have something to yes, it's great that I have certain guests that I've had on that it shows that maybe it's a little more respected than another show, but like it
that's
is
what's up,
just me reaching out and being like, I am an actual fan of your stuff and I want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
But people are scared to do that. Like
Yeah.
people are held back to like message the people they want to or try to figure out a way to become who they want to be.
A lot of people are risk takers.
Yeah.
That's really it. Even throughout, understandably so throughout COVID. Some people respectfully so for their parents or whatever their home situation
Totally.
was, but even aside from that, in a business sense, not a lot of people are gonna take that risk to put themselves out there. You're a stand-up, and you're doing this on top of that. So
Well-
I can see where you're coming
when are you
from.
gonna do some stand up in New York soon?
I just did a show last night at Brooklyn Comedy Club, which went
Oh,
really
shit.
well.
Damn,
That
really?
was dope.
That's
That
what's
was
up.
really
When's that next
dope.
show, man?
I'm going, when I'm in New York, I'll hit you guys up. I'm doing
Yeah,
a show
definitely, yeah,
in
come to
Boston
that.
and Providence tomorrow. I have to leave the city tonight because I'm driving to Boston to do
I gotta
shows
get a shot
tomorrow.
of you.
Gotcha.
I gotta get a shot of you on the stage, man.
That would be
definitely
legendary.
do that.
That would be legendary.
I got you, bro.
Thank you.
My man's right here too. He got you, man.
It is.
100%.
I would love that.
Yeah, right,
100%, bro.
It is really cool that there's other people out. Like when I first found Griselda, I don't want to be a rapper. I never wanted to be a rapper. Yes, I'm a
might have
nerdy
wrote a
white
couple
guy, so
bars.
I've wrote a couple bars, but like I know like that wasn't, but I wanted to use them. I drew so much inspiration from them that I wanted to use that in a way that wasn't me rapping.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool now that other people have done that, like you guys, and that's the renaissance. It has come back. Like, you don't just have to try rap. I mean, if you want to, like, do you still ever want to go back to rapping, or do you still make music?
Not really, man. Because it's about roles, I fit into this, so
Yeah.
it was just like, hey, I'm cool with that,
Yeah.
I'd rather be on this side of things the picture's bigger. You know.
Yeah. Did you ever make music?
Nah, I've always been around people that have an influence. A couple people that homies in the Bronx that would rap and shit like that, but never really wanted to rap it. I got samples and shit to the side, so I wouldn't say I'm a producer, but I just have heavy influence on the music stuff. I've always been a crate digger since I was a kid, especially with like games like Tony Hawk. I don't know if you ever played that.
Yeah.
Underground, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those
I just got the PS5. I wasn't even really a gamer, but I got the PS5, and now I just play it all the time. But they've made a remake of that, and it's Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah. But no, it is. There are roles.
Mhm.
Like I didn't even when I started this podcast, Ani, you can attest to this. I didn't even think I was going to talk to rap adjacent people at all. My first 10,
This is a
12
self-help
guests.
podcast.
This was a self-help podcast
Word?
because I was fucking broken up with right before quarantine, and I was trying to lose weight, and I lost comedy. So I was like, I'm gonna talk to people and try to better myself. And then I messaged a fantastic producer, Freshman Woes, who's worked with like rapper Big Pooh, Blue, Big. And I was like, do you want to come on? Because I liked his music. And he said, yeah. And that was episode maybe 11. And ever since then, I just started growing. I had Hologram on, who's Mayhem Lorenz, brother. I love Hologram. He was like episode 13. I just DM, like, and it grew to this. I didn't know that this is where it was going to, I didn't even think it was going to be like, like I were talking, AA Rashid's doing mushrooms on the podcast, and it's like, I didn't even think this is what it was going to happen. And you guys probably feel that way too sometimes. I don't know, like I don't want to speak for you, but
This shit is
all the
fucking,
time.
it's epic, bro.
Shit just happens, like
Yeah.
and organically, like you said. You just do what you like, and
because it's
Rest of it
passion,
becomes
like
it.
a
Exactly.
real love and passion for it. And that's what, like, this was a self-help podcast, and but that's like,
Still is.
it still is because
in a
it's
sense, right?
passion is what will make you the best version of yourself. Like if you follow what you're passionate about.
Amen.
And I think that's probably why this quarantine changed a lot of people. Because it was a reset, and it was like, am I going to focus on what I really want to, or am I going to go back to this bullshit life that I was doing before?
absolutely.
Nah, we're not going back to that, right?
Never. That's not where. And now that the world's open back up, like, think about like all the concerts that are about to happen, all the music videos that can be shot, all the like shit's not slowing down. Like,
because behind closed doors,
We
you were
did
still
it.
shaking hands.
Yeah, we were still doing it regardless. So now it's amplified.
it's a year head start, and no one can catch up to a year head start.
I can't wait to go to a concert, dude. I'm so excited.
Man, the next show is gonna be crazy.
That Conway Stove God tour is
I
gonna
got that- I
be
got that ticket
insane.
in Webster Hall immediately. I'm going to
That's gonna be insane. I appreciate you guys coming on. I'm really happy. Thank you for I didn't even know I was gonna get you on
Yeah,
today,
that
but
was-
this worked out perfect.
my
This
guy, man.
and I'm sorry you had to drive all the way.
Oh, come on,
Dude,
man. Don't even worry about it.
this
bro.
was
I appreciate
great
you
though.
having us, man.
No, this
Right,
was
real.
awesome, and
Seriously,
it's
real.
I just love meeting other people who are passionate about the same thing.
Word, same
Hell
here.
yeah, dog. This shit.
That's-
shit is a movie.
It really is, and life can be fun. Like life can
Yeah.
be even when shit's not going well. I'm not happy all the time. I still got, but
Yeah, we all got our problems.
But it's
when
fun
it
when
comes
you're-
to this,
I'm
it's-
happy.
all the
happy.
time. I'm never upset. Like
you don't need a battery.
in
you
a
don't
com-
need a Red Bull. You're up.
no,
This
I'm
is,
up.
This is what you feel good about. This is what you want to do. Going back to the self-help thing.
Yeah.
This is what you want to do. You don't feel like there's a drag. You don't feel anything on your shoulders. It's not a hassle.
Nothing,
Even if you
yeah.
gotta wait, fuck it. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing it for something I like. And on top of that, you could throw in the culture because you're adding to it at the end of the day.
It is gonna. These like I think about that looking back like 20 like in 20 years looking at this shit and being like, oh, this is going
You're already
to.
on archive.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Talking to talking to fuck next week while he's in Puerto Rico recording "Pray for Haiti"
Oh, man.
with Wes and
My
Camo.
family.
It's legend. We're in legendary times.
Epic, man. You know what I mean?
And I'm
Can't even
happy
describe it.
I'm happy you guys are. I'm happy I got to meet you guys and we're a
Yo,
part of it
Thank
together.
you so much, bro. Thank you
And
for having us. man.
Thank you guys. What do you guys have coming out? Do you want to plug anything?
You can follow me at New Vegas Films on everything. Just look out for music videos. Just look out for new content. Yeah, man. Just that's it, man.
At Sinematic Studios everywhere with an S, not a C. And holla at us for the content. We outside.
Awesome,
Yeah,
man.
outside,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you guys so much.
Most definitely. Thank y'all, man. Thank
Jump
you.
in.
Oh yeah, Ani, do your plugs. I'm so sorry. I'm so
That's
stoned.
okay.
We've just been hotboxing this room the whole time.
That's okay. I've been quiet this whole time too. Guys, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ani_Moosh. And check out my website, animooshmedia.com. And guys, we have hoodies and tees for this podcast. Not finna bucked up. Hoodies and tees. It's on toomuchcontent.live/merch. Go get those right now. Stop what you're doing and go get those.
I don't know what I would do without her. I literally I can't figure any of this shit out. All right, peace out, guys.